Welcome back. So, let's go over the notes I have in that game real quick. I have to run off to go to my Tuesday bowling league pretty soon, so let's do this quick. So, like always, whenever I'm playing a game, I'll take certain notes during everything and mark down like hard situations for me so I can go and review them afterwards. And that's what I'm doing here. So, starting off, East 1, first turn, third turn, and 7th turn Chi. So, first turn I ended up dropping the 1-so. It's right next to the Dora. Ooh, someone followed me. Oh, Dragon! Thanks for the follow. But with all my other shapes, I had already like 5 blocks and potential Sanshoku, potential Ipeiko right here, which is like in a closed hand, a straight that's the same one again, so 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. So yeah, I kind of like dropping this here. But another option is to drop like the 2-pin, make this my pair, but I could still technically improve to Tenhou if I get like the 2 or the 4, so yeah, I like 1-so here. Same thing, I drew like the Dora a few turns later, and I was wondering, should I keep this? Someone's like double open right now. If I do drop the Dora now, it gives me a little bit of a chance to see, hey, are they going to call this? Usually this early on, they're not going to be a Tenpai, and if they do call the Pawn with the Dora, I can just run away because their hand's a lot of points, and I'm not at, near winning yet. So I guess I can either drop this here right now or drop the 2-pin, keep my Sanshoku chance alive, and then if I also draw another 2 Sozu, I can upgrade to Tenhou, Dora Dora, which actually might not be that bad, but considering all my blocks and that someone's actually going fast, I kind of like the 3-pin draw here, which helps speed this hand up a little, so yeah, I could go either or on the Dora drop here. When you throw other people into the equation, it's like, what do you do? And then, jumping forward, 7th turn Chi. I also like this one. Their hand has progressed, looks like it's progressed some. They had 2 early calls. I don't know what they're going for. Instant Tenpai right here, waiting on the 5 and the 8 for Sanshoku. So yeah, I think that's a pretty solid call. I could pass it up and go for a bigger hand, because if I get Ricci, it's like at least 5,200 points, and maybe like even up to like a Hanemon. So maybe, but this is a really big neck right here, and calling that I think is really good. Okay, next up. Dun, 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 dun. Speed. 5th turn on South 2. Oh, this one. So we have a double Ricci on the field. Should I drop, let's see, was this the one I was looking at? Yeah, I should just drop 1 or 2 so here. I guess that's technically safer because, well, actually they're about the same safety. I feel as though I should drop 2 so or 1 so here if they are about the same safety. Then this shape might be a little bit better in the case that I draw like a 3, and I could potentially even push this hand if I do get into Tenpai on a 3-side weight. Yeah. Alright. Next up, South 3-0. I'm sorry, East 2-1, 9th turn. So let's see, 1 person calls right there, 4 right here. Do I want to call this? Kinda. So, yeah, kinda. If I open up this hand, it's gonna be at least 3,900 points. I'm still pretty far away from Tenpai. Yeah, I'm still pretty far away from Tenpai, and if I call this, I'm still 2 Shanten with some bad shapes, but I have the option of opening up now. This person looks like they're close to Tenpai, and they're going to be dropping some pretty dangerous tiles. Even later on, especially if one of these 2 people reach, I'm not willing to throw like the red 5 or the 3. This could be a quick hand, or it could be a big hand. I can't see that many Dora, aside from the 2 that I have right here. But yeah, I kind of like calling this, and just confirming going for Tenhou here. Closed hand is way too slow. I do also want to fight for Tenpai if it does come up. And if someone does reach, I'm going to go try to fold to the best of my ability. So I don't think I'm losing that much, and I'm gaining a pretty significant like tile right there with that 4. And of course, if I have to bail later, then you know that's that. Quick hand. Yeah, that's the problem with early calls from like people like Dealer, especially with the Dora that's really easy to use. You don't know if it's going to be a quick hand 12,000 points or a quick hand 1,000 points or 1,500 points. Because they could have Dora or they could not have Dora. So, yeah, that's fun. Alright, next up. South 3-0. A lot of it. So I don't mind the progression that I'm having right now at the beginning. I was a little sad going into this because I drew these tiles right there, but considering the shapes that I have, I think ignoring those is fine. Now this one right here is kind of interesting. I was holding on to this, kind of hoping for this, but I think I should have probably actually dropped East right there, because the benefits of going over to like Tenhou, especially with the Dora being the Tuso, I think is a little bit better than keeping this East around. So if I drew a 5, I'd be very, very happy. Whereas the East only has 1 more anyway, so... South. So, calling right here. This is kind of iffy. But it might be a necessary iffy. So, Hatsu came out, and I didn't want to call it. The reason why is because my shapes... actually, maybe I shouldn't call it. So, I was thinking, oh, I don't have a pair, but I do have the 4, 5, 6, 7, which if I do end up with this as my last shape, I could be waiting on a pair. It would be waiting on the 4 and the 7. So it's not that bad. I just didn't want to drop the Dora, but all things considered, especially because I'm Dealer, I probably actually should have called that, dropped the Tuso, especially if later on I'm just going to try to open up my hand for a cheap Sanshoku Dora anyway with a lot worse shapes. I probably should have committed it right here, called that, dropped the Tuso, and then built for a cheap hand that could either just be Hatsu or potentially even Hatsu Sanshoku. Plus I could technically get Red Dora, so it could go up decently high. So yeah, I think calling that's probably a better idea right there. Alright. Next up, South 3-0, 3rd turn, 8th turn. 3rd turn. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, what do I do here? So I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks technically, and I'm 1 Shanten away from Ricci with the 7 draw especially, or even if I get a 3, 6, I can instantly hit Tenpai. So considering that, yeah, I should probably drop Haku here. I was sad because the Haku came next turn, but yeah, I should probably drop Haku there. Then this came out, and it's like, I can take the instant, I can switch over and call into 1 Tenpai, or into Tenpai, or I can like ignore it and leave alone the potential to draw. But considering the shapes that I had, I kind of want to open up this hand right here. Mainly because it's a close game. The Dora is really easy to use. I'm Dealer. Winning a quick, 1,500 point hand isn't that bad right here. Plus, calling this hand and getting into Tenpai is a lot easier than drawing into it. Right now, anyway. Plus, this shape has a lot of improvement, especially that I can do with just calling, so... Yeah, maybe not. I could actually go both ways with this. I was really focused in the game on like the Chun Palm chance with the 3-sided pair chance right here. Because if I do end up waiting on my pair, it's waiting on the 2, 5, 8. But the Menzen chance of this is not something to like scoff at either. Especially considering I can get a lot of shape improvements right there. So maybe I should, or maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, I'm very confused on how fast or how good that Chun call will improve the speed of this hand. Yeah, that's a bit questionable. Let's take a picture of that one. Okay, I got about 2 minutes before I have to like run off and speed down the highway at 85 miles an hour. Hooray for California. Alright, next up, 8th turn. Or actually, just continuing down here. At that point, throw the Dora. Now I can call a 3, a 5, a 6, a 1, a 4, a 7, or a 3, a 6, and a 9, and instantly get into Tenpai. So that's pretty nice at this point. Okay, next, South 4. I don't know what that says. No, South 4-2. Oh yeah, the miss. So, as I said in the stream, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to call anything in this, like, Sozu shapes to improve my shape. And as I was saying that, so I was, like, looking at the board, I'm like, what would be really bad? Oh, if this person runs me at the Mahjong, that would be horrible. I'm like, oh wait, that's not that bad. So thinking to myself, hey look, the 8 comes out. Oh, what? A call? I don't need that. Right click. And messed up right there. Yeah, I gotta find more ways to improve my, or not improve, but remove my bad habits of ignoring calls. Maybe just, like, take my hand off the mouse? I don't know. But yeah, when that came out, I should have called it right there. And then the game was really, really nice to me. And they were like, okay, I'll give you another one. Thank you, game. And I was really worried that someone had a death hand here. Which, was that actually the case? So this guy's 1 Shanten still. Toyman is... That's a death hand. If I drop the Dora, that would kill me. And then this person right here is still struggling. Oh, and they finally got to Tenpai on the 5-8 right here. They don't call Rishi because if they did, they would be very sad. And if it goes to Ryukoku, then they win. And then that person has to keep Tenpai as well to stay over last place. Okay. And that's all the questions I got, and I gotta run and speed down the highway. So, thanks for watching. I'm going to be streaming some tomorrow. I got a game, a final for our Pacific Mahjong League at 6:30 tomorrow here. So I'll probably only be able to stream maybe like another 1 game tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for sticking around, and catch you later. Oh, Gio, what about passing on the first tune since Tanyao is still viable? Rather than Tanyao there, I think the chance of going for just like a closed hand Ricci is a lot more viable, because we don't have another pair. Like, the tune is a very, very good pair right there. We could, and if we did draw one of our other shapes in the Tenpai there, we'd probably just like instantly reach, all things considered. So Tanyao isn't bad, it's just, it's kind of hard to come. And even if we did draw another pair, taking like the tune, a Shabo, is not that bad either. So yeah. Alright, thanks for watching.